Did you know that the average American spends over $1,800 every year on things they don't need? Or that people, on average, spend more than 3,000 hours a year making decisions, many of which don't even matter? That's over 125 days spent on choices that won't change our lives. Yet, we keep accumulating more, running faster on the treadmill of life, and wondering why we feel mentally drained. But what if I told you that you could free yourself from this? What if you could stop feeling overwhelmed by the stuff in your life, the endless to-do lists, and the constant pressure to do more? There's a powerful solution that doesn't involve working harder or having more. It's minimalism. In this video, we'll dive into how minimalism isn't just about getting rid of stuff, it's about gaining mental freedom. You'll learn how clearing your space can clear your mind, how reducing your possessions can give you more time, and how embracing a simpler lifestyle can lead to real joy and clarity. If you've ever felt trapped by the clutter, the chaos, or the constant grind, this is for you. Stick around, and let's discover the mental freedom that minimalism can bring. Chapter 1. The hidden weight of stuff. Why clutter holds you back. We all know what it's like to walk into a cluttered room. It feels like an immediate drain on your energy. But did you know that clutter can actually affect your mental health? According to a study by the Princeton Neuroscience Institute, physical clutter can make it harder to focus and process information. When your space is messy, your brain is distracted, which makes it harder to concentrate on important tasks. This mental clutter is real. It's not just about disorganization, it's about how the mind reacts to it. When you simplify your environment, you create room for peace. Marie Kondo, in her best-selling book The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, suggests that eliminating clutter helps to spark joy and refocus energy on what truly matters. But the benefits go beyond joy. Researchers found that living in a clutter-free environment can reduce feelings of stress and anxiety. A 2010 study from UCLA showed that women in cluttered homes had higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, than those in tidy homes. This reveals that clutter is more than just an eyesore, it's a silent stressor. One of the simplest strategies to reduce clutter is to adopt the one in, one out rule. For every new item you bring into your home, get rid of an old one. This prevents your possessions from piling up. Another trick is to start small. Begin with one drawer or one section of your room. Overwhelming yourself with a whole house cleanup can lead to burnout. Instead, break the task into manageable chunks, and you'll see results faster. By clearing physical clutter, we create more room for mental clarity. We begin to feel less stressed and more focused on what truly matters. Minimalism is about eliminating distractions to make room for peace of mind. Chapter 2. Freedom from society's "more is better" trap. More is better is a phrase many of us have heard countless times. The idea that having more possessions, more money, and more success leads to happiness is deeply ingrained in society. But what if this idea is the very thing keeping us from feeling free? Research shows that our pursuit of more doesn't always lead to satisfaction. In fact, a 2010 study published in Psychological Science found that after a certain point, more money doesn't lead to more happiness. Once basic needs are met, the happiness derived from additional wealth begins to plateau. The minimalism movement challenges this notion by promoting less. By choosing quality over quantity, you prioritize what truly adds value to your life. It's not about getting rid of everything, it's about identifying the things that bring you joy and purpose. As Joshua Becker, author of The More of Less, explains, we don't need to own more to be more. One of the simplest strategies to escape the "more is better" trap is to redefine your values. Ask yourself, what truly brings me happiness? Focus on experiences, relationships, and personal growth rather than possessions. Another key strategy is to implement a want versus need mindset. When you feel the urge to buy something, stop and ask if it's something you truly need or simply something you want in the moment. This helps shift your perspective from accumulation to intentionality. Minimalism offers freedom from the constant desire for more. It teaches us that true happiness lies not in what we own, but in how we choose to live. The less we accumulate, the more space we have for what really matters. Chapter 3. Minimalism versus the myth of busyness. In today's world, being busy is often worn as a badge of honor. We take pride in filling our schedules with meetings, tasks, and social commitments. But here's the truth: being busy isn't the same as being productive. In fact, constant busyness can drain our energy and reduce our mental clarity. A study by the American Psychological Association found that chronic stress, often caused by overcommitment, can lead to burnout. Busyness can actually be a barrier to achieving our most important goals. Minimalism helps to break this cycle by encouraging us to prioritize what really matters. Instead of juggling a dozen tasks at once, minimalism encourages us to focus on fewer, more meaningful activities. This results in better productivity and greater satisfaction. One effective strategy is to use the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. This principle suggests that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. By identifying and focusing on your most important tasks, you can cut out the excess and achieve better results with less effort. Another strategy is to schedule do-nothing time. In a world that constantly demands productivity, taking time to rest and recharge is essential. Minimalism isn't just about physical space, it's also about giving yourself the mental space to relax and reflect. By embracing minimalism, you learn that productivity isn't about doing more, but about doing what matters most. It's about quality over quantity. When you free yourself from the myth of busyness, you gain the time and energy to invest in what truly brings value to your life. If you're finding these insights helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content on living a simpler, more meaningful life. Chapter 4. Mental clarity through simplified decision-making. Every day, we make countless decisions, from the small ones like what to eat, to the big ones like what career path to take. All these choices can lead to something called decision fatigue. It's the mental exhaustion that comes from having too many decisions to make, and it can result in poor choices. Studies show that after making too many decisions, we can become overwhelmed and less capable of making good decisions. This is where minimalism can be a game changer. By simplifying your life, you reduce the number of decisions you need to make. When you own fewer possessions, you spend less time deciding what to wear, what to buy, or how to organize your space. This simple change can free up mental energy for more important decisions. One strategy to reduce decision fatigue is to create routines. By sticking to certain habits every day, you eliminate the need for constant decision-making. Steve Jobs, for example, wore the same black turtleneck and jeans every day to avoid wasting time on what to wear. Another way to simplify decisions is to use the 2-minute rule. If a decision can be made in less than 2 minutes, make it right away. This prevents small, insignificant decisions from piling up and draining your mental energy. By reducing the number of decisions you make each day, you allow yourself more mental clarity. Minimalism clears up the space needed to make smarter, more thoughtful choices. When your environment is simple, your mind can focus on what truly matters. Chapter 5. The unexpected joy of letting go. Letting go can be difficult. Whether it's old clothes, outdated technology, or a toxic relationship, we often hold on to things that no longer serve us. But what if you could experience real joy by letting go of the past? A 2019 study found that people who engage in regular decluttering experience a boost in happiness. The act of letting go triggers positive emotions, as it creates space for new experiences and personal growth. Letting go isn't just about getting rid of things. It's about releasing the mental and emotional baggage that can hold us back. One strategy to make letting go easier is to apply the joy test. Ask yourself, does this item bring me joy? If not, it's time to part with it. This simple question, inspired by Marie Kondo's method, can help you decide what truly adds value to your life. Another approach is to focus on the freedom that comes with letting go. As Joshua Becker writes in The More of Less, the things you own end up owning you. When we let go of unnecessary items, we take back control of our lives and make room for things that truly matter. Letting go can also extend to your emotional life. Minimalism encourages you to release negative thoughts and toxic relationships. This mental decluttering is just as important as clearing your physical space. By choosing to let go of things that weigh you down, you make room for joy and growth. Chapter 6. Living with Intention. How minimalism elevates your mindset. Minimalism isn't just about cutting back on material possessions. It's about creating a life with intention. It's about making conscious choices, rather than letting life happen to you. Living with intention can help you align your actions with your values. A study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that people who live intentionally are more likely to report higher levels of happiness and well-being. When you know what matters most to you, every decision becomes easier, and life feels more fulfilling. One strategy to live with intention is to start with a life audit. Look at how you're currently spending your time, money, and energy. Are these things aligned with your core values? If not, it might be time to reevaluate and shift your focus toward what truly matters. Another way to live intentionally is to set meaningful goals. Minimalism encourages you to eliminate distractions, so you can devote your time and energy to achieving goals that bring you joy and purpose. Instead of setting arbitrary goals, make sure your goals are rooted in your values. Living with intention also means saying no more often. Minimalism teaches that saying yes to everything leads to overwhelm and burnout. By saying no to things that don't align with your goals, you protect your time and energy. The power of intention is not just in the big decisions, but in the small ones, too. Whether it's choosing how you spend your weekend or how you interact with others, intentional living helps you make the most of every moment. When you embrace minimalism, you embrace a life of purpose. It's not about having less, it's about focusing on what truly matters and living in alignment with your values. This mindset shift can lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and happiness. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on how to live a simpler, more intentional life.